Just hours before this video was due to be released, Reading Bus's Pink 22 route was dramatically saved after weeks of uncertainty. But why was it facing withdrawal in the first place, and how was it saved? Let's find out. Welcome to Spotlight on Transport. The Pink 22 route is a circular route which links Reading town centre to Caversham Heights. For years, it has provided access to shops, healthcare, schools, and other essential services for local residents. The 22 starts at Friar Street, then crosses the Caversham Bridge, passes the Caversham Library, and then does a loop around Caversham Heights. The route is primarily served by the Enviro 300 SG model, a single-decker bio-natural gas bus which is used on many of Reading's bus routes, which includes the Leopard 3 and the Lime 2. So then, why is it being withdrawn? Well, the 22 and other routes in Caversham have had many issues over the years. The route once operated every 20 to 30 minutes, but in recent years, the 22 has operated just once an hour on weekdays, during the off-peak, and doesn't have any Sunday service or late evening buses. Robert Williams, the CEO of Reading Buses, says that passenger numbers have fallen significantly since before the pandemic, making the service increasingly difficult to justify financially. Moreover, the closure of Kidmore Road in Caversham Heights for over a year due to a major water pipe burst further decreased passenger numbers, meaning that the company have been operating the route at a loss for a while. However, in a dramatic turn of events, Reading Buses has managed to find additional funding from the council through the UK government's Zebra electric buses programme, therefore saving the route from being axed. It's worth noting that the 22 has also seen increased competition from the Oxford to Reading River Rapids X40 route operated by Thames Travel, as you can see in this map, and it overlaps with some of the 22's route and is a cheaper and much more frequent service. Reading Buses has also announced it is withdrawing the 12 route, which is a short-lived service to Twyford, but we're not going to go into that one in this video. The initial decision to cancel the Pink 22 was met with significant opposition. A petition to save the Pink 22 service has so far gathered more than 2,000 signatures, and over 200 residents attended a public meeting at the beginning of July to express their concerns. Moreover, there was a demonstration by councillors and residents to save the route. Matt Rodder, the MP for Reading Central, has stated that he's concerned about the impact that withdrawing the route would have on the local community. Although Caversham Heights is generally an affluent area, there is a large population of elderly people, many of whom do not have cars, and some may have to walk up to 20 minutes just to find an alternative bus stop on the X40 or 23 service. Some residents and councillors are also concerned about the impact on the environment. With more people forced to use their cars, carbon emissions and congestion, particularly on Caversham Bridge, are likely to worsen. Ironically, this comes at a time when Reading Borough Council is increasing parking fares, a move done in order to persuade more people to take public transport. With the Pink 22 being regarded by many people as one of the most infrequent and unreliable services in Reading, with no late evening or Sunday buses, the route has been struggling to sustain sufficient passenger numbers for a while now. By the way, if you're enjoying this video, please do consider pressing the like button and subscribing, and also sharing in the comments what you think of this cancellation. Now, I initially recorded this video before the service was saved, so I've had to change things around a bit. The service was due to be withdrawn from Monday the 20th of July 2026. Reading Buses, Thames Travel, Reading Borough Council, and the local MP all remain in talks to try and find a solution. John Ennis, who is the lead councillor for transport at Reading Borough Council, has stated that they haven't given up on the 22. And just days later, a special grant has been given to Reading Buses to save the service from being axed. Several options, such as reducing the frequency of the 22, changing the timetable of the X40 and 22 so they don't overlap, using smaller buses, and rerouting the X40 to cover more of the 22 route were all considered. It was decided that the Pink 22 would get one electric bus to operate the route, a decision met with great relief from people in Caversham Heights. This new electric bus is expected to reduce operating costs for the company. Furthermore, the timetable has been changed slightly for future journeys. So for now at least, the Pink 22 has been saved. After weeks of uncertainty, residents will continue to have a direct bus service into Reading town centre. Time will tell whether this solution secures the route in the long term, but for many people in Caversham Heights, today's announcement will come as very welcome news.